Do you eat these?
What's that?
Sargento balanced breaks, a little snack.
No, but I eat Sargento cheese.
Mm. This one got the cheese, sea salted roasted almonds, raisins, and Greek yogurts. Oh, the Greek yogurt ain't even real. It's a Greek yogurt flavored drops.
Uh, I don't eat yogurt.
Me either. But these were good. I thought I was eating yogurt. It's
I don't
flavored
like.
drops.
I don't eat raisins either.
I don't buy them and eat them, but I eat them in this. It's good.
I used to when I was little because I used to like raisin bran.
Ooh, when you was little,
Yeah,
that's the old people food.
that's the cereal with the raisins, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's the kind Mama used to buy. But I used to like eating it with the raisins. 'Cause
Mm. Okay, Angie.
you don't remember that?
I remember the cereal, but I never ate it.
You ain't never had raisin bran, Nikki.
Nope. Because that's old people food.
And Mama bought it for us.
She bought that for herself.
Raisin bran, Nikki.
Yeah, Angie. Don't nobody be eating that. Lord. You ready to start?
Uh huh.
Okay.
Yeah, in the purple box.
Yeah. I know what it look like. Yes,
I know old people cereal,
it is.
but I mean, my favorite was Fruit Loops and Apple Jacks.
Those are kid cereals. I like Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks, Golden Crisp, Cookie. Is it what is it called? Cookie Crunch.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I like that. I never liked what is it called? The one with the rabbit. Wait, is it a rabbit?
Is it what's that one with the
It's got marshmallow puffs and then the oat cereal.
Trix?
No, not Trix Head. It was all fruity, wasn't it?
What's that one that it says Snap Crackle Pop? What's that
Oh,
cereal?
Rice Krispies.
No, but it had no.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Well, I'm talking about something else that had the fruity. What's the fruity? The fruity cereal.
It was Trix, but it's another one that had the marshmallow things with the oat something, the oat pieces. Let me see.
Lucky Charms.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't like those. Did you like those?
Mm-mm.
It was never enough marshmallow.
No, those not. Trix isn't the one I'm thinking about because
It's another one. I think they changed it because I didn't they used to just be all round. Didn't like kicks either. You had to put a ton of sugar in that.
Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, fruity pebbles. Yeah.
Because I knew it had what's his name?
Who?
Flintstone character.
Mm.
I like that, but I had to eat it fast because I didn't like my cereal to be
So
soft.
quick. I don't like. That's why I don't like it now.
Girl, I ain't ate cereal in so long.
Me.
Besides, he be getting cereal. He got some on the refrigerator now. Him
Cocoa
and
Puffs used to be good too.
oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, but what's that cereal daddy get? And he put bananas in it. What's that cereal your daddy gets sometime and he put bananas in it? Honey Nut Cheerios.
Mm.
I think it is Honey Nut Cheerios.
You
Let me
don't eat
put this up there now. Oh, cinnamon toast crunch. That's what the side get.
those? Oh yeah, they like those, but it's got an ingredient in it that's bad, but I forgot what it is. But my kids like to eat that too.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm gonna have to tell a side.
Is that Post or
Mm.
General Post? All their cereals got them.
Oh, actually, I'm not sure if it's Post or General Mills. I have to see, but
Whichever,
General Mills.
whichever one it is, all their cereals got that ingredient. I think.
Um, I have to tell a side. Is that which one is? Is that General Mills? Yeah, it's General Mills.
Mhm.
So they got it too.
Whatever, because I know the cinnamon toast crunch. Whatever make whoever make them, that's the one.
Oh, it's General Mills.
I had to Google and see what the ingredient was.
Okay. Louis, I gonna hate that.
You ready, Angie? Oh man, I didn't ate all the raisins out the thing. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our show, Two Sisters, a Different Point of View. This is a show where my sister and I talk about any and everything under the sun. I am Nikki, and I'm joined by.
Angie.
So, welcome to the show. Today, we're going to be talking about the Netflix special High on the Hog. Did you watch? We're talking about episode 1 and 2, right? And
As I was watching the last episode, so but we'll just talk about one.
okay, maybe we could touch on 3 because I watched 1 and 2. I had 3 playing, but I just, couldn't pay attention to it that good. But it started off really good. The first episode,
Yeah, that really touched me because when he was in Africa, which is interesting that I thought I like that he even started the whole thing in Africa, you know, since because I know for me when I think about food and our food, I don't think about it starting that far back,
um,
So I thought that was good that he took us there as a starting point.
yeah,
It touched me when he went to I want to say it was Benin in Africa, where it was the last stop that the slaves went to, and then they had to walk that. I forgot what they call that road.
that long dirt road.
Yeah,
Oh, that
to,
brought tears to my eyes. That was so touching. And
and
he
then
actually walked it. It's the same road they said, that they actually walked.
yeah,
So yeah, that was so touching. And then when the lady, what did he call her? Doctor who?
I want to say Doc. I can't remember her name. It seemed like it started with a J, Dr. Jane or something. I don't know.
Because he shortened it to a letter, I thought.
Right. My first thought was Dr. J, but I know that wasn't it. Or was it?
Yeah, let me look it up just so we can be accurate.
Yeah, and I thought it was touching too when he stood on the the doorway or entry of no return or something. They had put that structure there,
Yeah.
and it was like a mass grave and everything.
Hmm.
But I've heard stories about people saying like the toughest person you think when they take a trip to Africa and go to the slave castles and stuff, that they break down because it's so emotional.
That was emotional. How they took their shoes off to walk there, and
Yeah,
and how he was saying, oh, and how she was explaining how they tried to take control, like eating was something that they could control, so they wouldn't eat,
mm-hmm.
and they made that contraption. I forgot what she said it was called, where they would force them to eat. I guess it probably held their mouth open or something, and it forced them to eat. That was really sad. And then he was saying how now Um, after learning about all that and stuff, now he get to take them home with him.
Yeah,
That was so sad. I knew he was gonna cry.
I did too. I almost started crying.
I
But
know.
I always wanted to take a trip to Africa because I wanted to visit the slave castles
Hmm.
myself. And the main one that I hear about are like the ones in Ghana. But if I could, I would like to visit even that place he was at.
Right. Any of those places.
Yeah, so that's on my to
And
live.
then oh man too. The water people, that was interesting too. They do all that on water. It actually reminded me of a movie. I wondered if the movie got that from them. Did you? I can't remember the name of it, but it was the water people, and
They probably
they,
did. Oh, they steal everything from us.
yeah, because they lived on water. Let me see.
Now, do you remember when um, the guy asked that older man, that elder, how long did it take them to walk that road? Do you remember what he said? Because he was speaking in a different language, and I couldn't.
Ooh, I don't remember.
Because that's what I wanted to find out how long
See
it.
if you can Google it and find the answer, because
I was trying to find it yesterday because I was trying to find how long the road was,
mm-hmm.
but I don't know if I was looking at the right information because it said it was 2.4 miles, but I'm like, it had to be longer than that. I thought
Yeah, you would think.
because 2.4 miles that would take you. Well, I guess maybe I guess it could have been accurate because I think they said it was 40 kilometers, and I think that equals to 2.4 miles. So that would probably take you maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe if that. But I'm sure maybe then it felt longer because you all changed up.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure it felt longer. What else stood out to you from that first episode?
Oh, when she was talking about the difference between a sweet potato and yam, I thought that was interesting
Yeah,
because
because I never known anybody to call. Well, I'm thinking about people in our family. Granny always said sweet potato.
yeah, that's what I grew up saying. Sweet
Yeah.
potato. I never heard people saying yam.
Not until I was probably an adult eating somebody else's food. And I used to say, why they call this? I would think, why do they call these yams? And that's what made me think it was the same thing
Yeah,
because they would call it yams. But yeah, I never knew anybody in the family that called it sweet potatoes yams.
yeah, that was interesting because she was saying that yams didn't even grow in America. And
Right. And did
what
you
we
see what they look like?
yeah, them
They
things
don't
was
look nothing like sweet potato
like they were huge.
and ugly.
And she said that when we came here, that sweet potato was like the next best thing or
Mhm.
something or something like that. And so that's how we started like eating sweet potatoes and stuff. So they used to make yam pie.
I know. I wonder what that tastes like.
Yeah,
Now I want to taste the yam.
that was interesting. So that stood out for me,
Mhm.
potato versus
And the rice was that was part of the first episode, wasn't the rice? And I guess was the white man, did he own that company or whatever that was distributing the rice?
I think so.
But he was saying how I guess people would get it for free, but I guess you had to like qualify. You know what I mean? Like um, whoever owned the rice company here, they not getting it for free. But the people there,
Right.
I thought that was nice.
Now they said that they catch tilapia.
That's what yeah.
So, cause I
I
be
thought they were saying tilapia was a man-made fish.
yeah, and they sure did say that they catch it.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yep, I meant to point that out too. Like now I'm like, is it real or not?
Right, right.
What you think?
Well, I don't know why the people would lie.
Oh, I
Uh,
was thinking more like, why would the people here lie?
Right. Cause I'm like,
They
how
could get that
they
information.
started? Yeah, how they even get started? Because even people who I know who are like health food conscious on Facebook be sharing information that tilapia not, real
Not a real
fish.
fish, and you shouldn't eat it.
Yeah,
I know I ain't like how they had the whole head and stuff on it.
I know some of that food. I'm like, I don't know
Right.
about eating it.
And I was like, okay, he like everything he eat.
That's what I was because some of that stuff was like kind of far out.
Right.
I was thinking the same thing.
Like, cause it, I don't know if maybe they just didn't include that part, but it would have made it seem more real to me, if he had came across something he didn't like. But everything was amazing.
On episode 4, and I still ain't seen nothing he didn't like.
Really.
So yeah, that's something I noticed too. He was eating everything, or at least they was showing that. That
All those people, they could eat.
huh,
I said all those people they could eat.
yeah. I didn't really notice any vegetarian meals. It was like either fish, chicken.
Ooh, and there was a lot of okra.
Oh yeah.
I have never tasted okra before in my life. Do you eat it?
I
Mom
don't
used to eat it.
I don't use it as a thickener either because they said that you could use okra as a thickener, which I had heard that before anyway, if you put it in soups and stuff.
Mm. I know it's slimy. It's
That's
probably
probably
not supposed to be, maybe. Probably depends on how you cook it.
maybe that's what helped make a soup thick. So
Oh, the
that
slime.
did that it helped to thicken. I don't but no, I do not eat okra. I'm planning on eating it or using it for that.
Right. It's probably good for you. It's green.
It probably is. It probably is good for you.
I like how they were all sitting around the table too. It was the doctor, the man, and then the guy that was showing him, had him on the boat, and the other lady that had the
Yeah.
micro locks, um, and how it made them. The guy was telling him, "This is your home too."
Yeah.
That was
I
nice.
like that. What you think about them eating with their hands?
I don't know. It didn't. I didn't think anything of it. I just thought that's how they do it there. I know here it's a big deal if your child still eating with their hands at 2 years old and stuff. People want to tell you how to parent. Not me, but I've noticed. Um, when I see things online, it's always somebody. Because there was this one lady that I watched. She just had a baby. I think her baby is one now, maybe turned one a little while ago. And she had posted a little video of her eating, and she had utensils there, but the baby was still using her fingers. And somebody in the comments, they always saying stuff. Don't
Always.
you have her use her fork and spoon? Like, and it's just a baby eating. We always looking down on stuff. You know what I mean? Like the baby ain't gonna never learn how to use a fork and spoon because she 1 year old using her fingers.
And she gonna make a mess anyway, trying to use a fork and a spoon.
Right. Either way, it's gonna be messy. But I didn't really think anything of it when they did it. I just figured, oh, that's how they do it there. It
Because I
seemed
think,
more efficient to me the way they was able to, grab the bread and scoop up.
Because I think if you go to some African restaurants, I think that's traditionally that's how you eat, but they
Mm,
do have utensils there, of course. I
right.
think it's a traditional thing. But I just noticed that that's how they were eating. I didn't know that. Is that their fan? I do hear it.
Oh, you can hear it. I
Mhm.
hope you can't hear it. I've been having it on the last few times, but you can't hear it. I guess the microphone doesn't pick it up.
Um,
So
um,
hopefully that's still the case. Let me turn the microphone away a little bit more just to be on the safe side. What else? I thought it was interesting the reasons, that some of the chefs, were doing what they do.
is this still episode 1 or we on
Oh, I don't know.
episode? Oh, so we moving on.
Okay. You know how we be flip flopping.
I know. So cause when you said shelf, I thought, okay, we must be on episode 2.
They had chefs in episode one, didn't they? Because him and the lady sat down and ate, and they
Oh,
had something spicy.
oh
They
yeah.
were talking about how we put hot sauce on everything.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting too. Because
Hmm.
even now you can't go to a black if you do go to a black house and they don't have a bottle of hot sauce or something hot or spicy.
Hmm.
Because even Kiana, she always want in a side be want hot sauce.
Oh,
When I used to eat fish, I used to put hot sauce in my food.
I never ate hot sauce.
Yeah, I like spicy
Keela
food.
likes it though, and Jordan actually has started liking hot sauce too.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, so they like it, but I never ate hot sauce. I don't like hot stuff.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Hmm.
I thought it was interesting too with the peanut sauce. They use a lot of peanuts.
Yeah,
That stood out to me too.
yeah. It's like he liked everything. It made me want to taste it, but I know I wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
Mhm. So that was episode one. What was the That was just him. Episode one was just him getting the like starting from the base and
Mm,
showing how it elevates and made its way to America and all that.
yeah.
So the second one, that was when they had the lady that had returned home, and her uncle did this garden or something.
Hmm.
That was episode two.
Yeah. And they talked about Thomas Jefferson's chef. I think his name was James Hemings, which was Sally Hemings' brother.
Mhm.
That then clicked for me right away. But then I was like, oh yeah, that's Sally Hemings' brother.
I think I thought it.
Yeah,
I
I thought
didn't
that was
make the connection, even though I thought it.
yeah. And they talked about I think it was George Washington's chef. His name was Hercules, I think,
Mhm.
and how he was, this great chef. I already knew George Washington wasn't all that, but that just confirmed it for me because they mentioned how um, the Hercules wanted to be free.
Mm.
George Washington didn't want him to be free, and he sent him back to I don't know if it was Mount Vernon or wherever his place of residence was. And instead of putting him in the kitchen, he put him as a laborer.
Yeah, yeah, I heard
It was almost like he did that to spite him or something. That just really confirmed. I'm like, the way they be celebrating George Washington, like he just great hero and stuff.
that. Mhm.
And what was the other chef's name? Um,
I remember her name.
because it was Hercules and I want to say Thomas Dorsey or something, but I can't. I might be getting him mixed up with somebody else. But it was two chefs because it's two chefs now who are trying to cook the way they cooked back then. And one was a white guy, and the one other one was a black guy. And that's when they was cooking in that open fire and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And they said that it's no known picture or drawings of them. I was like, man, that's something.
Was that the episode with the mac and cheese?
Yes, because it was James Hemmings, Thomas Jefferson's chef, that would fix that for him.
Yeah, and the lady said they call it macaroni pie.
Yeah, yeah. And that made me watching that. I was like, man, how all the stuff that we went through as Black people, how do we even find joy? It seemed like we should be somewhere going crazy. How did they find joy? How did they find peace being ripped from their homes and forced to do
Children
all
and
this stuff?
everything.
Yeah, that. And Anthony said he think that the Black woman is the key to that, because as we had children, we knew we had to live for our children, which I thought, that was deep. But
Mhm.
I could see how food could be is soulless. Is that the right word? Is that how you pronounce it? Could be a
Soulless.
comfort, cooking
Oh,
and all
soulless, like SOLACE.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I could see how that could be a way of peace and trying to, bring comfort and stuff.
right.
So that's like on different levels, but that's one thing that, after I watched the second episode, that's what I came away with. Like, man,
Mhm.
even through all that, we still was able to find something.
Right. And
Because
then,
everybody, huh?
oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, because it reminded me how, we all as black families in general, of course, how we all together, and it's around food, Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
food, Christmas food. People have birthday parties, it's food,
Mhm.
so.
Maybe I should have went because I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh, I'm sorry. But that's just what I came away with, after
Oh,
going.
I was going to say, and still going through it because remember the girl where her and her uncle did the garden, and he had brought them when they were having their actual dinner. He brought them the jug of wine that her and him had made,
Yeah,
and she was saying how he have to move out of his home because they're building, I don't know, some kind of highway or something that's going
yeah.
and been there years.
And she was saying how, Black people take something that they consider no good, or, is nothing. We
Right.
turn it
So
into
they
something.
give it to them, give or probably sell it to them because they don't want it, and then they make
Once we
something.
bring life to it.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's the same way in DC, because Georgetown, which is like upper northwest DC, and a lot of white people live in Georgetown now, but Georgetown during slavery used to be where they kept the slaves, and it used to be like a swamp area. So of course, white people didn't want to live there, so Black people go in there, turn it around and stuff. As we move from slavery up to now, and now you find mostly white people living in Georgetown.
Now it's expensive, isn't it?
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Because I didn't know at first. I didn't know Black people used to live in Georgetown, but that's how they do. That
Yeah,
was sad too. That his home, they could just take his home.
right.
Yeah,
Force him to get out.
yeah.
They still do stuff like that though. I remember some years ago when uh, I think the airport in Benton Harbor. Remember when they were doing something and they people had to move and they
Mm.
bought their homes from
I kind of remember talk about that. Yeah,
them.
yeah. That's why we got to get our own, because white people, they change the laws when it comes to us. Because it
Maybe
seems
y'all
like it
can
would be a
do
law against that.
right. Yeah, that's true. And
Mm.
the one lady they called her diva, something or something diva when they were like, they said they usually only do the pig, the roast thing like once a year.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't something that they eat all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting too.
And they said it was like a survival. It was a
Yeah,
survival thing, which I thought was interesting because they probably knew that probably deep down inside. To
mhm,
me, it's like it was touching on something that was deep down inside. They knew they shouldn't be eating pig anyway.
right. That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Because he was sure to say, that that's something that they didn't do all the time. It was
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
once a year thing.
Yeah. I noticed that. And the Gullah people, I think that's
Yeah,
that community. Yeah. Have you ever seen this movie called Daughters of the Dust?
I don't think I watched it. I heard of it.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good movie. It's old. Well, I mean, I think it was made maybe I want to say in the 90s or 80s maybe. But that's a good movie to watch because it talks about the Gullah people.
Mm,
It might be hard to watch because, with the accents and just how the story goes. But I think it is worth watching.
mm.
Hmm.
Now, in the second episode, was that the episode where they told a story of someone who they said they didn't know if he killed himself or if it was an accident?
Yes.
That was the second story. What was that?
I think that was um, it was one of the president's chefs.
That's what
It
I
might,
thought.
yeah, I think it might have been the one who was named Hercules or the second one because they was talking about two of them because I know Hercules, I think he was the one George Washington was having a party or something, and then they said that he just disappeared. And yeah, I think it was him because then I think George Washington, after he had died, somebody told his wife that they had saw him in New York or something like that, and or he told her that he had died or something along those lines. Yeah, they say he died from consumption or something, which today would be tuberculosis, I think,
Oh,
but that's what they called it back then. That's interesting, man. We got so much history. It made me think too, like how these people be knowing their history like that.
I know.
Cause I'm like, I get to a certain point, I can't find nothing on our family, but they could go back to, all the way to slavery and stuff.
Yeah. And the one lady that she was the some kind of niece or something, great niece or something to somebody. That was with the macaroni.
Yeah, I think the Hemmings, she said James Hemmings was her great, 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 great uncle or something like that. It was his brother that was her grandfather, plus all those greats.
Right. That was interesting.
But
That,
we got, oh, go ahead.
oh, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead because mine's kind of a little bit off the subject, but
Well, mine is too. I was just gonna talk about the macaroni. It just looks so good.
yeah.
And they said they boiled the noodles in half milk and half water.
Hmm.
I'm trying that next time.
Yeah, next time I cook some macaroni, which probably be towards the end of the year.
And you see how she took the butter and the way she did the butter, like she sliced it on top. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
but I don't remember her putting no salt or seasonings in it. Did she put any seasonings? Unless she did that after, and we just didn't see it.
I don't know. I feel like I'm seeing somebody dumping some seasoning in the pot, but I'm
Oh,
not sure if it was her. So I
okay.
don't know.
And I thought that was interesting how when she put it in the thing, and then she put ash or fire and stuff on top of that little thing, so that it'll cook from the top too. Yeah, that was really interesting.
I can't wait to cook some
You gotta let me know how it turned out, and you should take a picture of it.
if it looked good. I'm gonna
It'll
go back and watch just that part just so I can see what she was doing. It looked good. Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna talk about it's some Jeffersons in our family, and I wonder if we could have some ties to Thomas Jefferson.
Mm.
But I think when I get like some money, I'll probably hire like a professional who
Yeah,
could trace, because they could probably, get resources that I don't know about.
right. That would be interesting.
Yeah. But that was it. That's all I was gonna say about that. So anything else stood out for you from that one?
Um, Not really. I like the singing and dancing that they were doing.
Oh yeah.
It was just I like the way it was.
Women in white. Is that what
Hmm.
you're talking about? Yeah. Yeah.
Like was that some kind of ritual or something?
That's what I was thinking.
How they was talking about the different religions and voodoo was like the main one. That
Mm.
was interesting to me.
I have to go back and catch that. I missed that one, that
Yeah,
part.
that was I think when they were I want to say when they were on the boat and he was showing them around and stuff. And he
Oh,
was pointing out churches and I guess
oh,
they
yeah.
had Christians and Christianity and he named some other stuff and but voodoo I guess is the main was the main one
Hmm.
there. When we think of voodoo, we think of evil stuff. But
Yeah.
almost for certain, I don't know nothing about it, but almost for certain that's not how it is there.
Right. That's probably not how it is, period. But
Right, right.
anything that comes from original people, black, white people, make it seem evil
Mhm.
because they don't understand it.
Right.
Yeah. I do remember them going on that boat and talking about different stuff. I think I probably was going back and forth, so I missed that part.
Mhm. And he had bought the cake from the lady on the boat. She just rolled right up, and stopped next to them. And they bought cake, but it was flat. And he said it wasn't sweet. It didn't have a lot of sugar. But then he said the more he eat it, the more, the better it tastes to him. That
Hmm.
reminded me of you ever been to the Chinese restaurant and tasted any of their baked goods?
Mm, no, not really.
Um, I've had some of their baked goods.
It kind of reminded you of that.
I wondered if it tasted the same because it tastes like it don't be tasting like there's no sugar in it.
Uh,
But I wouldn't have said I mean, he liked it. I didn't like the
hmm.
food, but I just wondered if he really like all that stuff. And
Yeah.
if he didn't, what would he say?
Yeah. He probably. I noticed that. Seemed like when they were with that lady who be fixing food for the community, they
Mhm.
had a lot of pork products because they would cook like they cook that whole pig. I know he said that they don't do that every day. That's like a yearly thing, and it was to prepare for winter, I think.
Mhm.
But they also was doing something. I don't know if it was a head or the head of the pig or something, but they was chopping it up. Then they put it in that big pot that was on that fire, and they was
I
gonna add.
thought those were the feet.
Oh, maybe it was. They was gonna add barbecue sauce.
And she put peas in it she said when it get
Yeah.
done cooking, she put peas. I think those were the feet, pig feet.
Ugh.
Yeah. Mm. But and then the way when after it was done and they set it on the table and they was just like pulling the meat apart
Yeah.
and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Yes. Yeah.
It was
So,
interesting though.
what part do you remember from episode 3?
I remember him. Didn't it start with them?
I don't know, in some kind of sanctuary or something, playing instruments, violin and different stuff.
Yes.
Okay, I remember that. I remember, and then wasn't he sitting at a table eating with this chef? I don't think he was white. I think he was just light skinned.
Yeah. I didn't realize he was a chef. What were they talking about?
Oh,
That it's like right on the tip of my tongue.
but didn't he say he had never sat and ate like that or something? Ate his food like that?
Okay, because he did that with a couple of people.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure which one you're talking about, but one where it seemed like it was a white tablecloth and stuff. I'm trying to remember what that person was talking about because
Mhm.
I thought the story was interesting, but now it can't come.
Yeah, I have to watch three again because I
Hmm.
had all kind of interruptions going on.
Oh, yeah, yeah, you definitely got to check that out because they talk about oysters.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Ooh.
Oh, you saw that part
Yeah, how they just slurp it up. I'm like, okay, he liked it too.
because he called him, well, the man who was cooking it. He has like a little corner, a street, vendor thing where he sell oysters and he give it out for free when he sometimes. And because he said black people, he said and most black people ain't never had oysters. So his goal is to, you know, introduce oysters to the black community. So it was these two guys that walked past, and one said he had never had it before. And he was like, oh, that's nasty. And he said, just try it. So he tried it. He said it wasn't as bad as he thought it.
Aren't you supposed to just slurp it and swallow?
Hmm.
I mean, what's the point of it?
I
Mm,
mean, I guess same as soup. If you just
kind of, it just kind of flow over your tongue.
yeah,
I guess if you eat soup like that, I put so much crackers in my soup, it's not soup anymore. I gotta chew it.
cracker soup.
And
But they did say, I just want to mention too, because there was a black man who had an oyster business, and he was doing really well, and I can't remember if he passed it down to his family, but another family mentioned this guy who was like one of the first caterers. They said he was like the father of catering.
yeah,
I was like, wow, that was interesting. I could see that a black man being the father of catering.
yeah. And the man, I think he was a gullah cook, and the story of him, how he said he won his wife over or won her heart or something. That was so cute.
Yeah, that was episode 2.
What was his specialty?
Oh, I don't
Was it
remember.
fish?
That's what I was thinking, fish.
Yeah, but that was cute though.
It was
She
cute.
got she got seconds or something like that. Like
Yeah,
she had to make sure.
that was cute.
Oh, and the artist
Hmm.
who lived there, um, he was saying why would he want big houses and big cars and all that stuff in New York, you know? He said he never went anywhere.
And he said this was where I was born or something.
And he was telling about how they go somewhere where they get what do you call it? Petrol. Is that what the word he used? Petrol, the gas,
Hmm.
and how they were transporting it on like motorcycles and stuff, big old gallons of gas. And I was thinking, wow, and they don't be getting killed. And then he talked about how, you know, they can get killed.
Hmm.
They doing it just trying to provide for their families and stuff.
Hmm.
That was interesting too.
Hmm. Yeah.
We have so much history as Black people, and we don't get the credit we deserve.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else I remember.
I'm trying to think what else they talked about in episode 3. That's like the main things I remember was the father of catering and Tag, I can't remember what he was talking about with that guy. When they were sitting at the table, like I said, they had the white tablecloth and stuff. Dang, I'm gonna have to go back and refresh my memory.
But back to that rice. I didn't know rice looked like that.
Mm.
But yeah, because I was looking at the rice, wondering how it seemed like it was mixed in with some other bigger brown chunks, and then you had the little white pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you cook it, or do they separate it?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Did you hear them say that when they brought them to the plantations that they had to get them to harvest the rice because they didn't know how to get it? I missed that, but that's what Rona said.
Um,
They had to get them to harvest the rice because they didn't know how. Because I was wondering how they would do it too.
mm.
So, what's some of your favorite foods in general?
um, Cabbage, macaroni and cheese, greens, um, chicken. I think that's it.
That's it.
Oh, sweet potatoes. I'm not a big food person. No, I'm too picky for one.
How you like your sweet potatoes?
I on top of the stove. I've baked them before, but if, if you mess around and get a sweet potato that's too stringy, I mean, I guess that go for whether you baking it or cooking it on top of the stove. But
Mm.
um, I usually do it on top of the stove, kind of like how Granny used to do it. Only I know it's not how she really did it. I
Mm.
just put a bunch of butter, a bunch of sugar, water.
A bunch. So when people say how much, what's the measurement? You say a bunch.
Yeah, just keep going until you hear the ancestors tell you to stop.
Right. I wonder if that's how they used to cook yams in Africa
Mixing it with butter and sugar.
or sweetener. Yeah,
Did they have sugar?
I don't know.
Mm,
If not sugar, I'm sure they had some kind of sweetener.
yeah.
That'd be interesting to research that particular dish because I know that seemed like a staple kind of dish. But you say you're not really a food person. You were saying number one, and then what was your number two?
What was my number one?
You said number one, you picky.
Oh, I, I don't know, cause I guess chicken used to chicken wings, the not the drum part, but the actual if you break it, just the flat part. That's
Hmm.
my favorite. But I don't eat. I try not to eat. I don't eat as much meat as I used to. Um, So lately I've been eating a lot of seafood, salmon and shrimp.
Hmm.
But I guess my favorite was probably chicken and cabbage. Cabbage would be number two.
Hmm.
Sweet potatoes would be number three. Macaroni and cheese probably number four. Did I say greens? That would be number five.
Yeah, you said greens.
Oh, I did.
I mean, you didn't say it in that list, but for your,
Oh, well, yeah, that'd be number five. I guess that's about it. What's your favorite?
well, my number one favorite is macaroni and cheese. Remember, Granny used to make like those pans of macaroni and cheese
Mm-hmm.
for me when I would come visit.
They
from
used to be
college.
so good.
Yes. And she taught me how to make it from scratch with the roux,
Mm-hmm.
cheese roux and stuff. So every now and then I'll make it here, but I can't eat it like I used to being
Right.
at it. So that's a big disappointment because that is my favorite food, macaroni and cheese. I remember when I was in school, like high school and stuff, and I would come home and cook like the Kraft macaroni and cheese boxes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Kraft don't taste like how it used to.
Um,
And the cheap box, it actually didn't matter what brand it was. But I know mama used to buy the box macaroni. But that's my favorite. But now I guess it would probably be rice.
rice.
Not my favorite, but it's up there.
Mm.
Yeah, I do eat a lot of rice and I probably eat that because I try not to eat pasta. So now I
Rice
eat
didn't even make my list.
yeah, because I make my own brown rice. And I put, like diced vegetables in it and stuff, and I cook it in the oven. So I like that. Then I like fried rice, and every now and then I might just cook like regular white rice.
Mm.
And then I like it used to be well, I guess I used to be like chicken, but since I don't eat chicken anymore, then it was fish. I don't eat fish anymore. So I like green beans is my favorite vegetable.
Mm.
Yeah, so I could eat like rice, green beans. That'd be good for me. And then I, eat like veggie meats, plant-based meats and stuff as a substitute for regular meat.
Oh, like that Beyond Meat.
Hmm. Yeah.
I stopped eating that because I had stopped eating meat, and then I wanted some chili, so I used the Beyond Meat, which I've used. I made burgers with it before, but I used the Beyond Meat. Noticed that my blood pressure was like super high.
Hmm.
I'm like trying to think what have I done differently that would why would it just do that, elevate like that? And so I knew the Beyond Meat was something I don't normally eat, so I googled it, and it's so high in sodium.
Mm.
So I was like, well, next time I want chili or something with meat, I'm just using meat. It scared me.
Or use half the package. You don't have to use like the whole package.
I guess.
That would probably,
Yeah.
or a quarter of it, just as long as it's like a little meat throughout. So I'm just saying that's an option, you
Yeah,
know.
I might try that if I get over my fear of it.
Mm. Yeah. And it's interesting because I'm not really a fruit eater. I noticed that they said when the guy was in Africa, the lady said that they don't eat a lot of dessert, which
Neither.
I've heard that before that in other countries, people don't eat as much dessert like they do here in America, that it's mostly fruit and stuff. And I'm not really a fruit eater. I would eat vegetables before I eat fruit.
See, I eat fruit before I eat vegetables. Girl,
Yeah.
grapes, cherries, strawberries, watermelon, melons.
I eat fruit, but I just don't really, eat it. I'm just recently trying to get more into fruit
And
because
I'm trying to get more into vegetables.
yeah, because I'm trying not to like snack on junk food, so I'm
Right.
eat fruit and stuff. And I just found out they say that grapefruit helps with your blood pressure because I have high blood pressure.
And
So
it's
yeah.
also supposed to help with belly fat.
Oh, okay. So I used to eat grapefruit, but I had stopped. But aside started eating it. So I said, well, I'm gonna start eating grapefruit too, see if that'll help with my blood pressure
Yeah.
and my belly fat.
Zopia likes grapefruit.
Sushi.
I just hate having to be the one to peel them for.
Oh, just slice it like an orange. Just slice. You don't want to slice it.
That don't seem like it'd be good because you know when you peel it, you have to peel the skin off and eat the inside. That's
Mm.
where when you do it that way, it's not sour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like that sourness a little bit.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tomorrow's my eating day too. I have to get me some grapefruit for tomorrow. Cause girl, I get like a thing of strawberries, and cause I in my mind I be thinking, oh, I'm gonna eat these strawberries. Girl, they be in the refrigerator for a week.
Really? They
Yeah,
don't eat it either.
no.
Hmm. Akila just
Kama, Kama might eat a couple of them, but I eat maybe, I eat a few of them, then I put it back in the refrigerator. Next thing I know, they molded.
I sent Akila in the store yesterday for me. She was only supposed to be getting a thing of water. She come out, she got strawberries because Zobia wanted strawberries. This girl bought the strawberries that they cut up themselves was like $7.
Instead
And
of just a regular whole
she
strawberry.
got the regular whole strawberries too. And you know, that probably was only like $3, $3.49 or something. And if it was on sale, it was only $2.50. I'm
Mhm.
like, why we can cut strawberries ourselves?
Yeah. Or just eat them, just eat it.
Right. That's like the easiest fruit to cut or
Hmm.
eat. Hmm.
I didn't even know they sold strawberries already cut up. I never seen that.
Yep. Melons too. I like to get my melons cut up.
Hmm.
Cantaloupe.
Oh,
You eat
you eat
the
cantaloupe?
cantaloupe is good.
Yeah, I like cantaloupe too, but they can't eat it sometimes. But most people be like, they don't like it.
Good. You like honeydew?
I don't. I've had honeydew. I know Mama used to buy it, but I like cantaloupe better.
Me too. Yeah, but I'll eat some honeydew, but cantaloupe is better.
Yeah. So I eat cantaloupe. I do bananas. Um,
I can eat bananas, but I don't like them in my smoothies.
oh, that's how I make my smoothies with banana and ice.
Mm.
I put a little bit of chocolate in it.
Like cocoa, the powder.
The syrup.
Oh, so
Yeah, that's my version of like chocolate ice cream.
I saw a copycat. I think Jamocha shake, and it did it have banana? I think it had banana and cocoa and almond milk because it's supposed to be a healthier option. But I
Um,
keep saying I'm gonna try it. I bought the ingredients twice, Angie, and still ain't made it.
I don't put ice in my milk in my smoothie.
Yeah, I never have either. But this particular, you know, recipe called for almond milk,
Hmm.
so I was gonna try it.
Oh, I like pears too.
Yeah, pears,
I don't like my pears
pomegranate.
crunchy. I like them soft.
Mm. You like your pears soft?
Hmm.
I don't like soft pears. I don't like peaches because they soft. I'll eat nectarines as long as they hard enough.
Yeah, I remember you saying that one time. Yeah, I like eat. I don't eat peaches. I do like them, but if I do eat them, I don't like them hard and crunchy. I
Mhm.
like them soft because they easy to bite into. I used to eat apples, but I haven't really had a desire to eat apples.
Honeycrisp apples, that's my favorite.
Hmm. Yeah, so I'm trying to make myself eat more fruit.
Mhm. It seems like the kind you buy in the store don't taste as good as the kind you get from the farmer's market.
Mm, they probably not.
I have to see if they open so I can go get me some Honeycrisp apples. They be
Mm,
so good. Mm. What else?
I like watermelon, but I can't eat too much of that because that'll make my blood sugar go up.
Um,
And then I don't buy watermelon in the grocery store because they don't have like the black seeds.
uh, they be
So
having both. in the Stark and Meyer.
Do they? Yeah, because I know sometimes our moms here, they'll get watermelon from the farm.
Mhm.
Oh, I did taste that one time. Oh, that was so good, girl. It was so sweet. Matter of fact, we had got two when we had our family reunion in Memphis,
Mhm.
and we was taking it, bringing it to the family reunion. No, yeah, we had got two, but we was taking one.
Mhm.
So we were supposed to bring it, and then something happened, and it fell out the car, and it splattered. So they didn't even get any.
What the people where y'all were going, they didn't get any.
Right.
Oh,
Because we had
y'all
our
still had y'all.
and we was taking one to the family reunion.
Fun.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
when
and
you get grapes, do you get seeded grapes?
girl, can't buy them, and I haven't been able to find any
Oh,
seeded.
really? They sell those here too, seeded and seedless. The seeded ones cost so much more than the seedless ones.
I can believe
I
it.
find that strange because if you, I don't know, if you taking something out of something, it seems like the original seemed like it should be more
But I
affordable.
think probably part of the point is get people to, because I heard that if a fruit, all fruit should be able to reproduce itself. So all fruit should have some kind of seed.
Mm.
And if it doesn't have a seed, that most likely is a GMO
Oh,
fruit. So if you making something that's not healthy for you, cheaper, most people gonna go for the cheaper fruit.
yeah. And you know, with carrots, I had read before that baby carrots come from the carrots that they throw out. I guess they don't make the cut,
Mhm.
uh, and that's what they get the baby carrots from.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, Kiema, she like carrots. I'm not really a carrot person, but sometimes I get like diced carrots and
Mm.
put them in my bean soup.
Yeah, I like them if they're sweet, but I haven't had a sweet carrot. Seem like every time I buy carrots, they don't really taste that good.
Mm, yeah, yeah,
Um, So I guess that's our talk about food. Did you have
yeah.
anything else you wanted to add?
No, I think that was about it.
Okay. Well, then you know what time it is. Time for the pathway of positivity. See, I'm making a pathway.
You and your symbol, girl.
Pathway of positivity. Ayala Van Zant says there will be good days and bad days, and we should be grateful for them all.
Hmm.
So I guess we'll end it on that one. There will be good days and bad days, and we should be grateful for them all. Makes sense to me.
Yeah, be grateful.
Mhm. All right. So thank you, everyone, for watching our show. Two Sisters, a different point of view. I have been Nikki, and
And I'm Angie.
we will see you all next week.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam.